Welcome to the first of many responses to the Office of National Drug Control Policy's ads, which are posted here on YouTube. I decided that since they don't allow comments, video responses, or even ratings for their videos, that there needed to be a counterbalance. The first ad I'm going to be commenting on is called Pete's Couch. Here it is in full.
I smoked weed and nobody died. I didn't get into a car accident. I didn't OD on heroin the next day. Nothing happened. We sat on Pete's couch for 11 hours. Now what's going to happen on Pete's couch? Nothing. You have a better shot at dying out there in the real world. Driving hard to the rim, ice skating with a girl. Now you want to keep yourself alive, you go over to Pete, sit on his couch till you're 86. Safest thing in the world. Me? I'll take my chances out there. Call me reckless.
This harkens back to the old argument of marijuana causing apathy, or so-called amotivational syndrome, which, I might add, is not recognized as a real disorder. One of the few subjects I didn't touch upon in the film. For the purpose of these ads, I'm going to go outside the immediate context to assume that these are part of the overall message of the ONDCP, that is, drugs are bad and should be illegal. This kind of logic doesn't track, however. Whether drugs are bad isn't necessarily relevant to whether drugs should be illegal. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Right off the bat, this ad implies that getting high will keep you that way for 11 hours. This doesn't jibe with science, which shows that the high peters off after a few hours. If they meant that they were getting high repeatedly, then that's an important distinction. But back to laziness. A comprehensive study was conducted in 1969 and 1978, studying users versus non-users, found that users and non-users were indistinguishable on grades, athletics, other college activities, career plans, and subjective alienation. In other words, there is little to no difference between the two groups, which were studied 9 years apart. In fact, during that gap, the differences, which are already slight, narrowed further. There are a lot of problems with associating cause and effect in the way this commercial, and indeed the ONDCP, does. John Walters, head of the ONDCP, refused to give me an interview after repeated requests over many months saying that I'd talk to him any day, any time, anywhere, preferring to remain silent. I did manage to find an interview that he did with a Canadian radio station that makes him look rather foolish, which is in the documentary. Final word on amotivational syndrome. According to a thorough data review of the subject conducted by Drs. Lynn Zimmer and John Morgan, quote, "There is nothing about marijuana specifically that causes people to lose their drive and ambition. In laboratory studies, subjects given high doses of marijuana for several days or even several weeks exhibit no decrease in work motivation or productivity." In other words, this is misinformed drivel. And if the government told the truth, rather than spin and lie, kids might be more receptive to what they're saying. As with all in this series, I'm rerunning the ad to give it the last word, and give you a chance to digest all this information.
I smoked weed and nobody died. I didn't get into a car accident. I didn't OD on heroin the next day. Nothing happened. We sat on Pete's couch for 11 hours. Now what's going to happen on Pete's couch? Nothing. You have a better shot at dying out there in the real world. Driving hard to the rim, ice skating with a girl. Now you want to keep yourself alive, you go over to Pete, sit on his couch till you're 86. Safest thing in the world. Me? I'll take my chances out there. Call me reckless.
For more information about the documentary, High, The True Tale of American Marijuana, visit www.truehigh.com.